Hey guys, this doesn't really qualify as the usual One Beer with Bobby material, but I got a message that I felt compelled to share with you guys. And to be honest, I didn't really want to do it without a drink in my hand. So with that, let's get started. Cheers. So this is a message that I happen to know has been sent around to other YouTubers as well. And I think there's a lot to learn from it. Some of it's in Japanese, some of it is in English, but the Japanese is not really very accurate. So let's start by looking at what it means to say. Konnichiwa. How are you? Everyone who speaks English calls me Anthony. Nice to meet you. I lived in Japan until I was about 6. Now I live in America. I really hate America. I think Americans are super rude, yo. So I'm planning on coming home to Japan at some point. But I don't have any money. If you can, please help me. For this, I want to go to Nils. I hear it's a good school, and I'm looking for work. I really would appreciate it if you could do a fundraiser or something for me, if possible. I know the odds of it happening are slim, but I need to get out of this country. I would like to finish studying Japanese to become a translator and maybe own my own Japanese restaurant one day. Your videos have helped me practice my listening skills, but I still need more practice. Here, there's no one to talk to in Japanese, so I rely on you YouTubers to help me. If you could make some videos in your free time to help me, I would really like that, and one day I'll get around to making my first video in Japanese. I don't know what to talk about or do though. I feel like I'm missing something. Well, if I remember, I'll make sure to tell you. If you would like to know anything else about me, just ask. Thanks a lot! Where to begin? I think I can help you out with what you're missing. For one, a sense of boundaries. And maybe a sense of propriety as well. I've never asked my viewers for money for anything except tsunami relief. I'm not sure you wanting to get out of America and learn Japanese is on par with that. Also, you do know I'm American, right? Did you assume that just because I don't live there anymore that I'd share your views about how America sucks and that all Americans are rude? For the record, I don't hate my country, so that was probably the wrong lead-in. Out of curiosity though, in what way exactly do you think Americans are rude? Do you mean like sending insulting messages to strangers rude? Do you also think we're lazy? Like asking people you don't know for handouts lazy? But that's about as much time as I want to spend bashing you. Now let's see what constructive things we can take away from the message you sent. First, let's talk about written Japanese. In any kind of communication, the impression that you make is important. This is doubly true for writing letters in Japanese, especially when you're writing to someone for the first time. Casual language in a message is overly familiar and makes a very, very bad impression. One might even say it's rude. To avoid this, don't drop your deses and mases, and learn formal set phrases for writing. Saying "ogenki" is weird in a mail to someone you don't know. The O makes it a little bit formal, but then you leave off like the "ogenki desu ka," so you've got kind of an incomplete phrase. Try "ogenki desu ka," or even more formally for writing, "ogenki de osugoshi deshou ka." Dozo yoroshiku. We're not friends. If we were friends, I'd say just yoroshiku or maybe dozo yoroshiku, but since we don't know each other, say the whole thing. You want dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu, or to make it more polite, you can say dozo yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. If you're talking to friends or subordinates, again, you might just say genki or yoroshiku, but if you're gonna add an honorific at all, just go with the whole polite phrase. If you stick with dozo yoroshiku onegai itashimasu, domo arigatou gozaimasu, get those things right and you won't sound like a jerk. Next thing, let's talk about etiquette among English speakers in Japan. As a student of Japanese, I understand wanting to practice every chance you get. I receive a lot of messages from people who want to practice their Japanese, or who are like working up the courage to try out their skills in the comment section on my videos, I encourage that. I think that's great. Just really get as much practice as you can. I don't want this next bit to discourage you. It's just my personal opinion and experience living over here. But if you're a native English speaker and you're talking to another native English speaker in a non-study setting, and you start peppering your sentences with Japanese, like writing restaurant in katakana, or saying kokode instead of just here, it's pretty obvious that you're just trying to show off Japanese words that you know, which makes you seem kind of douchey. It's awkward, it's forced. I don't care if we're both experts on the Japanese language. If we both grew up in America, it's still going to be easier and more natural for you to just say restaurant, and for me to hear restaurant. In my experience, I've noticed that beginners are more likely to do this than those who are fluent. People who have more confidence don't really feel the need to use Japanese in situations when it's totally unnecessary. So try to make sure you know the line between practice/study and being this guy. Finally, really briefly, if you want to learn Japanese, raising money to come to Japan is not your only option. If you can do that, it's great, but if you can't, there's Skype, Lang 8, Text Fugu, college, tons of books you can buy, lots of other people who are interested in learning in your area and online. Bottom line, if you really want it bad enough, you will find a way to do it. And asking someone else to give it to you or do it for you doesn't count. So that's about it. I hope I helped out with some of your questions, Anthony. Sorry I couldn't get you any money, but I hope you find some way to profit from this video all the same. I sincerely hope you do figure out a way to accomplish your dreams. I hope you start making videos too. If you're doing your best to work towards your goals, people around you will see that and support that. And the YouTube community will support that as well. You'd be surprised how friendly people here can be. A lot friendlier than me, anyway. That is it. I am out. See you next time.